So you saved up your money, or maybe you haven't. You've made all your decisions, you've quit your job, you're ready to go on your big first adventure. So where do you go? Well, that's exactly what we're gonna talk about in this video. So while each of these questions are gonna be tailored to whoever's watching this video, I do have 3 simple rules that anyone can follow so that you can find an answer for yourself. The first one is go somewhere that's at least 5,000 miles away from where you live right now. And I think this one's really important. It's cool because it gets you out of your comfort zone and also gets you into a completely different country and some region of the world that you probably have never been. The second one is go somewhere where the primary language is not the language that you know. And I think this is super important as well because just being in a different place is really a phenomenal experience, but going somewhere where you have to figure out how to communicate with people in a more universal way, it's a really, really enlightening experience and you're guaranteed to learn something more. The third tip is something I actually just alluded to kind of by accident. It's to go somewhere that you've never been to before. And this I think is just absolutely key. By going somewhere that you've never gone before, you guarantee that you're gonna go on a real adventure. So there's 3 resources that I recommend to do when you're going through this process. The first one is to just go on Flickr. And go on Flickr and choose, say, a country you may or may not be interested in and just search photos. So, for example, Italy photos. So you're going to see all of Rome and you're going to see all of Florence, but you're also going to see all these other parts of Italy that you may not have thought of. You can do this for any country in the world, and it's a really, really great and free way to explore a country without actually having to go there first. The second one is to go to faircompare.com. So we're all price conscious here. Fair Compare is a great way to say, hey, I have a starting point. I don't really know where I want to go, but I like certain traits. Maybe it's beaches, maybe it's casinos, maybe it's just a true adventure. This site is really, really useful for giving you hey, here's the cheapest way to get to those kind of things. The third one is Lonely Planet. Now, I know I recommend this all the time because it's just a really, really good source. This way you can get insider information into what are the cool things to do in a country, what you can't miss, what tours you need to go on, what you need to avoid, that kind of information. So again, it's free if you use the website, and then if you want to go in depth, you can consider buying the book. Okay, let's get into specifics though. Where should I go exactly? So let me break this down by continent. The first one is North America. Sorry, I'm a little biased towards that. So if you want to go to North America, which remember, according to my first tip, should be at least 5,000 miles away from where you are now and where you're living, I recommend Canada. Canada's awesome. There's a lot to see there. It's easy from a visa perspective, generally speaking. You can go to the crazy mountains, you can go skiing, you can go to some really beautiful warmer areas. It's got a lot to offer. Second one, and this isn't going to work for my American friends, is Cuba. Cuba is an awesome, awesome place. Now, I've heard it referred to as the Walmart of the Caribbean, and I think that only applies if you're staying at all the all-inclusive resorts that they have there. So get out of there, get out of Havana, go check out the rest of the island. It's really a fantastic place. The last one, if those don't work, is to go to one of my favorites, Belize. Belize, now this one you have to get out of Belize City. That place is a dump. But anywhere else in the country is absolutely gorgeous. If you like beaches at all, you're not gonna be able to beat Belize. If North America doesn't work for you, South America is a great choice. Now for this one, I'm very biased. Argentina. It's the first major place that I went on a big trip for myself. I was down there for 6 months. Buenos Aires is fantastic, but it's a major city and it's going to have a lot of things you're probably used to if you're watching me here on the internet. But also get out of there. Go up north. Go check out the other places that it has to offer. I like Rosario a lot. Mendoza I've heard really good things about as well. Explore Patagonia, right? You can't go wrong there. If those aren't kind of your cup of tea, and check out Colombia. I can't tell you how many travelers have told me how awesome Colombia is. I haven't been there yet, but if I have another traveler tell me how great Bogota is, I'm literally gonna have to stop traveling or something because I'm gonna go insane. Now let's say you're not into the Western Hemisphere. Hey, no problem there. Europe. So Europe's got tons of great places to go. My one warning would be not to go somewhere that's very similar to where you're living now. So if you live in the United States, the UK, probably not your best bet. But you could check out somewhere like Croatia. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's relatively cost efficient, sort of. If that doesn't work, Turkey. Now, Turkey right now, as I'm filming this video, not a great place. But generally speaking, Istanbul is a really, really fun place to visit. If those options don't work for you, Asia. Asia is absolutely fantastic, specifically Southeast Asia, if price is a major concern, which honestly for all of us it is. Vietnam, totally amazing, beautiful, very cheap, just a fantastic culture. I'm actually planning on moving there in about 3 months, so I'll be able to give you more information at that point. Cambodia, absolutely great. It doesn't get a lot of press per se, but I think it's a really exciting place and very much so up and coming. Thailand. Now Thailand's one of those ones that kind of always makes the list. So there's other people who can tell you more about that, but Thailand, it can be very inexpensive. It can also be very westernized if that's what you're looking for, which sometimes that's a nice thing. Laos, so, or maybe it's Lao. Can someone in the video comments tell me which one it is? Because I keep hearing conflicting things on that. But another one that's it's inexpensive, it's not well traveled by like the Western community, it has a lot to offer, and it's a place that is highly, highly coveted by the people who have actually been there and they are lucky enough to tell other people about it. You want to do a little bit different? Africa is a great choice. Two countries come to mind there. South Africa, so starting out in Johannesburg is how people generally do it, and then traveling up north. Good options there. Hi, Nancy. There's also Morocco. So lots of people I've talked to have absolutely loved Morocco. It's a little bit of a experience from what I hear. I haven't done it yet myself, but my friends who have been there are already raring to go back and try to get me to go with them. And lastly, Australia, the continent, not necessarily the country. So of course, Australia is a great option. I recommend the West Coast over the East Coast. I found the East Coast to be kind of like a better version of Seattle, right? It was a lot when I went to Sydney, when I'm being specific there. It had a lot to offer, really beautiful, great people, big travelers, but I've heard much, much better things about the West Coast, specifically Perth seems really, really great. And if that's not your thing, then New Zealand. I've had quite a few good friends who have started out their major tours in New Zealand and lived there for a long time. If you're gonna do that, I recommend doing the South Island as opposed to the North Island. I made that mistake before. And while I didn't regret it because it was actually still fun, I heard that there's a lot more going on in the south part of the country. Those are all the options that I know of and that I have any information on, but there's a whole big world out there. I'd love to hear what some of your experiences have been, some of your favorite destinations that you'd recommend. Please, if you have anything that I didn't mention on the list, feel free to provide it in the comments below.